In today's video, I'm going to give you my honest review of the planted tank substrate known as Complete. This is made by Carib Sea, and it's actually this tank behind me. You may be surprised by my honest review here, so let's get into it. So if you guys remember, in the last video, we did a complete setup on a 20-gallon tall with the Complete, which is a planted tank substrate. It's sold as a planted tank substrate. It comes with directions not to rinse it. It has beneficial bacteria in the bag. Everything went well. I used about 3 inches of substrate in this 20-gallon tall, and it looks really great, and I was really happy and excited about the setup. And when doing online research in the Facebook groups, a lot of people were having a lot of success with Complete. So I was, I was jacked up because when you set up a new tank with a new substrate, you get excited, you aquascape it, you throw in some plants, and I just got done building this rack, so I was like overly ecstatic. Alright guys, so we're back to the update video on the Complete. It's been about 2 months since I've planted plants in the Complete. So let's go take a look at the tank. So the tank is in my office right over here, and it's in the rack of 20s that I built. And this rack is looking completely awesome. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like my my live stream background. So here's the tank right here. Let me give you some details on how I did my experiment on how to test Complete and how good the stuff works. First of all, I chose 2 of my easiest plants in the house. I went with water sprite, I even labeled it here, and I went with Valsnaria in the back. It's literally what I did was I cut new stems back there, and the Java moss wasn't added till recently just because the tank was doing so badly and having so much hair algae because the plants just weren't doing anything, and all the lighting was bouncing everywhere. As you can see, none of the other tanks are doing this, and the other tanks are looking pretty dang good, except for the Complete. So I'm not happy with this. It sucks because Carib Sea, I love all their substrates, but I hate to say it, but this is not a good planted tank substrate. It's essentially lava rock, and the stuff comes with a biological bacteria in it to kind of help boost a new tank setup. But that's kind of stupid because it really doesn't help the substrate whatsoever. So I'm not really happy with this stuff. I still can't decide if I'm totally going to yank all of this out or maybe throw this tank somewhere else. Like I told you guys, because there was so much light on the tank and the plants weren't absorbing it all, I got all this hair algae, and I got all the algae on the back glass. And what I did was I threw this Java moss in there to kind of like absorb some of that lighting, kind of like this moss over here is doing great. So my review on Complete is not that great. And some people might argue 2 months is not enough time for this stuff to grow bacteria and such, but who in the right mind wants to just kind of sit around and wait for this stuff to mature? I mean, do I have to wait a year for the bacteria to grow on this substrate for my plants to consume on it? I want an all-in-one. When I set up my tank, when I plant it, that's when the stuff starts to grow. Here's a dirted tank over here. You can see it's doing a lot better. These plants were planted at the same time as these plants, and that shows you how, I mean, water sprite is arguably the easiest plant in the hobby, and that shows you how bad it's growing because there's no nutrients in the substrate. So wrapping this up, oh, by the way, the lighting is a 5K shop light, super simple, easy lighting. I'm taking out the duckweed when it's needed, but this duckweed is actually kind of saving me because this tank is getting too much lighting. Put this back on because the reflection is really bad without it. That's the reason I built it. Come on. Screw it. So, guys, my review on Complete is I'm not happy with this stuff. I'm probably going to be taking it out or else just kind of like cleaning this and seeing. I'm going to give it 1 more shot, probably give it 2 more months, see if the moss does something. Maybe with some more time, this gets better. What's it going to take, though? 5-6 months of my time to sit there and kind of wait on it? I don't know, guys. I can use potting soil and just have immediate results. So it's like, I don't know. And this is like 1/4 of the cost. Again, Carib Sea, I love your products, but the Complete for a planted tank, I give it a thumbs down. Again, I don't like bad-mouthing products. It really does suck, but guys, I'm just not happy with this stuff. So let me know in the comment section if you've had any luck with Complete. I have not. Maybe it's my water. Who knows? I'm sure someone in the comment section will just tell me, but my upstairs is full of tanks of plants, and this is my worst tank to date. So, I don't know. Without further ado, guys, hit up the comments, like this video, let me know, all that la-di-da-di. All right, who likes the party? See you guys.